How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about Joe Biden falling down yet again, this time at the U.S. Air Force graduation ceremony. So he was there at the ceremony shaking each of the 921 cadets' hands, and at a certain point, I'm not sure if he was done or if it was the next phase of the process, but he attempted to go from point A to point B, and in the process, he fell straight on the ground. I didn't see any stairs. I didn't see any obstacles. He just fell straight on the ground. This is not the first time we have seen this man fall on the ground. Okay, we've seen it over and over again. And if he hasn't outright fallen, he's tripped and almost fallen. And as a matter of fact, in this video, I'm going to play at least 6 different times where this has happened. Where's the mainstream media at? I'm not really sure. But before we even go down that rabbit hole, let's roll the initial clip. If you want to see anything that I'll play in this video without my commentary, link as always will be in the description. If you're on IG, visit the link in the bio, go to the corresponding article on the website. But without further ado, let's go ahead and roll it. Okay, so there's a lot here. We're going to play it one more time. So like I said, he's shaking each of the 921 cadets' hands, and I think maybe he was done right here. I'm not really sure because, okay, watch this. You got my man right here coming from the side, and he's motioning, okay, let's go over this way. And he's going that way, and as he's trying to go this way or that way, look what happens. He's trying to do like a little jog, right? Like he's not 80 years old like he is. Trying to do a little jog. Obviously, that didn't go very well. And he falls right on the ground. And he's having a hard time getting up. He couldn't just, you saw that right there? He couldn't just get up right away. Watch this. See, he tried to get up right there and really couldn't. And now he's going to need the help of all these men that are around him. I guess Secret Service and maybe some of the guys with the Air Force. And he's pointing to, hey, you know, there's some kind of obstacle, some kind of obstruction right there. It's like, really, man, come on. Nobody else fell at the ceremony except for you. And you try to do the little jog at the beginning like you're not 80 years old, and you probably just fell over your own 2 feet. That is most likely what happened. I'm sure there's some kind of microphone cable or something right there he wants to point to, but no. You just wanted to be young. You're not young anymore, and you fail yet again. This has become a pattern, and it's kind of ridiculous at this point. All right. So I guess he was just going to go sit down. I'm not really sure where he was going, but that was a big mess. That was a big, crazy mess. And you know one thing I want to say is that the mainstream media will not touch the story with a 10-foot pole. They're going to stay away. I mean, they're going to cover it, but they're not really going to get into it. And what do I mean by that? Well, before we get into the other times of this man falling, which denotes a clear pattern, let's look at the second one here. Remember this? Remember when Trump did not fall? But just this walk right here that I'm going to show you raised, quote unquote, health concerns. And they've never said this about Biden at all. Biden is outright fallen. He is tripped and almost fallen. He has forgotten where he is during the speech, and they don't say, well, we're raised. There's those health concerns that are raised. Look at this headline right here. This is from when Trump was the president, obviously. This is back in June 14th, 2020. So almost about 3 years ago, right? Almost to the day, actually. Trump's halting walk down ramp raises new health questions. The president, who also appeared to have trouble raising a glass of water to his mouth during a speech at West Point a day before he turned 74, the oldest a president has been in his first term. Now, Joe Biden's in his first term as president, and he's 18 years old. Now, are they going to talk about his age? Are they going to talk about his health concerns after this most recent fall? And Trump never fell. Now, watch this video right here. Check it out. Hold on. I don't want to play the music because they will get me on that for some reason. I know it's patriotic, but that's how they do. Now, he's just walking cautiously down the ramp so he doesn't fall. That's all that he's doing. I'll talk over it because there's no sound. He's just walking cautiously. Now, he has on Hard bottom shoes. The ramp is slippery. He could easily slip and fall. So he doesn't want to do like Joe Biden and fall. He's just being careful. And then at the end of it, he's doing the job. And then he didn't fall. Just for that, they wrote the article talking about, oh, well, he's walking cautiously and he might have fallen, all this, that, and the third. But they don't give your man Joe Biden that same kind of treatment. Now, here is another video of Joe Biden falling. This is from 2 years ago. When is this exactly? March 19th, 2021. So let's check it out right here. He trips not once, but twice, but 3 times going up the steps of Air Force One. All right. You don't really need sound right here. I can turn it off. Now, watch this. Okay, trips the first time. Oh, there we go. Second time. Oh, there we go. And then he falls on the ground. He literally is on the ground right here. Okay. He's literally on the ground. Now, if Trump did something like that, it'd be all over the place. Oh, Trump, he's too old to be president, cognitive failure, all of that. That's what they would say. But for Joe Biden, it's not really a big deal, right? And he's like looking at his pants and make sure that that's, the guy has problems. He has problems. And then he's trying to like brush it off at the end with a little jog. You're lucky he didn't fall backward down the stairs because that whole jogging thing obviously is not really in him anymore. He's done this over and over. Let's go to the next one. Now, this is when he fell off the bike. Remember that? Let's get a little bit of sound for this one. This is back 11 months ago, June 18th, 2022. So almost a year ago. Okay, almost a year ago to the day.
Mr. President, may I know Dr. Biden, how was anniversary?
Boom, on the ground again. I've never seen a president fall that many times. I've never seen anybody in the public life fall on the ground in public this many times. And we're not even done. We're just getting started with the videos, okay? We're just getting started with the videos. And let's get a different angle. Yeah, back on up. Secret Service in the building.
Oh, I'm good. Yeah. Keep up the good work. I keep wanting to take these things off.
See, it's always an excuse. Oh, he got his foot caught in the thing, ABO. He got his foot caught. It happens to anybody. But why does this guy constantly fall? Okay, here's another one. Now, this is 6 months ago. This is November the 2nd, 2022, right during election time. And it says, moment Joe Biden trips on stage during a speech in New York. Let's check it out.
This year, Big Pharma lost and the American people won.
I mean, look at him right here, though. He looks elderly. Look at him, like, leaning on this. You look like Mr. Burns from The Simpsons. I mean, in his defense, he is 80 years old, and at a certain point, you can't live forever. Not every 80-year-old is going to look spry and young because you're not young. You're 80 years old. You're at the end.
We put a cap of $2,000 a year on prescription drugs for seniors, no matter what their cost. 2, 10, 12, 15.
There we go.
Stepping on them. It's black. Anyway.
See, there we go. Okay. There we go again. It's black. Blaming the black guy, right? I mean, ridiculous stuff. Now, let's go to G7 in Japan. This is 13 days ago. Okay. So this is a pattern over some years from like 2021, 2022, 2023. Okay. This is May 19th, 2023. Just under 2 weeks ago. Here we go. Now, you could have fallen down the stairs. Now, that would have been real bad. All I see right there is concrete and nobody to brace his fall, except for my man right here. Okay. And I'm not really sure that he'd be able to hold, to catch him from falling down right there on the ground. That could have been really bad. Now, there's more. Okay. This is Air Force One 2 months ago. And the title says Biden stumbles again on Air Force One, almost falls on Alabama trip.
Given the salute there before he boards Air Force One, just like that. He touched down.
There we go.
Not even 4 hours
That
ago.
was
there it
a
is.
quick trip, but as you said, very impactful.
Here we go. Now, let's not have the sound. We don't really need that because I'm not sure if that's music or whatever. It says in a little caption right here, it says video is going viral online showing President Biden tripping up for at least a fourth time going up the steps of Air Force One. Are they going to show other times? I'm not really sure. Yeah, but that's kind of what's going on with that. Do we have more? Yeah, here we go. Then he fell on a flight of stairs in Bali. Now, is this when he was in? Nah, okay, so you have Japan and then it was Indonesia. All right, so this is Bali, right? So check it out. Check him out right here. And then he almost falls. And then the president, it might be him right there. I'm not mistaken. There's somebody that had to make sure that he didn't fall. And they had to catch him. Okay. So you could have fallen the other way, the other direction. It's all bad. So that's probably the president, right? Like I said, Indonesian president says his U.S. counterpart. It's embarrassing. Totally embarrassing. Look at the whole world looking at us. All right. It's a mess. So he was climbing the flight of stairs when he stumbled on the last one. This has become a pattern. Stairs, not his friend. And just stages where there may be some kind of divot or rift or cord or something like that. They're not his friend. So there you have it. I mean, I'll probably do a video just like this in 6 months from now, 2 months from now, showing them falling again. This has become a pattern. With anybody else, they'll say, hey, man, we need to go to get this guy out of here. Vote 25th Amendment, say, hey, he's not really fit for the job, but they don't really care. They'll have this elderly man who clearly does not need to be in office. They'll have him in there using him as an empty suit, and they'll have the staff behind the scenes run the show. He won't do a thing. Okay, when it comes to a reporter situation, give him a cue card, let him read from the cue card, let him call on people, have predetermined questions and answers. It's ridiculous. It's Truman Show. It's a dog and pony, and I'm not feeling it too tough. If you voted for the guy, it's okay to be repentive. It's okay to regret your decision. Just don't do it again. But I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what say you? How do you feel about your man Joe Biden falling yet again? Are you surprised at all? I'm not, but whatever your thoughts are, let me know in the comments below. You guys know where I'm at. This is pretty much a pattern. And if it was anybody else, especially a Republican, they'd say that he's got to go. He's too old. Put him in the home. Let somebody else take over. But because that's their guy and they can control him from the outside and he's a puppet, then it doesn't really matter. You could put a person that's not even alive anymore in the office as long as the office can be run by those on the outside, then it's fine. That's their choice, and it's pretty pathetic if you ask me. But whatever your thoughts are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.